As you can tell, I love words. I find them tremendously edifying, and yet at times they can be problematic as well. For instance, I had trouble with words when I was in elementary school trying to learn history, of all things. I found that I kept getting confused in American history, and I never understood why until finally it occurred to me one day. There's too many polysyllabic C words. Think about it. You have the colonial era. You have the Continental Congresses. You have the Articles of Confederation. You have the Constitutional Convention. Think about who discovers America. Christopher Columbus, who comes to this new continent where communities congregate and coalesce into colonies such as Connecticut and the Carolinas. Now, the colonies, controlled by the British Crown, confront conditions chronicled by a capacity for compassion corroding into coercion and compulsion. This leads the colonists to counter with constant complaints to the Crown's commandants, criticizing what they contend is corrupt conduct for which the Crown should be considered culpable. When the Crown, countenancing continuous contumelies, controverts this claim, the colonists conceive of and create continental congresses calculated to cultivate contentment while containing any coming conflicts or clashes against the clearly cruel, albeit cultured, Commonwealth. Contentiousness continues, and when combat commences at Lexington and Concord, a colonial council confirms Colonel Washington, curiously coupled with Martha Custis, as commander-in-chief. A cool, clever, cunning, careful, and courageous competitor, our courtly commander configures a campaign comprised of cooperating comrades crisscrossing the countryside and converging to crush Cornwallis, who concedes as the contest is carried to its culmination with the commendable Articles of Capitulation. Concurrently, the cardinal characters convene to compose the Articles of Confederation, yet they come to conclude that its clauses are not of a caliber capable of conveying the correct concepts. In consequence, convinced of a coming catastrophic calamity, a constitutional convention is called to contemplate the costs and conveniences of the countless components of the callow country's causes. Conducted in clandestine confines close to the construction of the county courthouse, which would come to be called Congress Hall, this coterie of contiguous colonies cast as a not conspicuous cadre of crusading yet capable of compromising congressmen, conscientiously and convincingly conspires to capture the core content of our culture, climaxing in the creation of our coruscating Constitution.